I've lost money on Pokémon cards in roughly every direction a human being can lose money on Pokémon cards. I've bought high, I've sold low, I've paid a man full price for a sealed box and then thanked him for the opportunity. And after enough of that, you start to notice something. There's always that one guy in the room who's not losing money. You know the one, he's sitting behind the table. He's got the glass case, the calculator, the folding chair of quiet authority, and he's taking everyone's money all day long with the facial expression of a man slowly reading a gas bill. So, I made a decision. I was done standing in front of the table. I was going to get behind it. I was going to be management. So, I rented a vendor table at a local card show for one weekend, and I tried to become a Pokémon card dealer. And here's the twist. I didn't lose money. I lost something worse. Something that doesn't come back in the mail. Let me walk you through exactly how. Problem 1. To get behind the table, you have to buy the table. The vendor fee, $75, $100, $200 for the weekend, depending on the show. Paid in advance, of course, before a single customer exists. So already, before I've even sold one card, I've paid a stranger for the privilege of working a retail job. Just sit with that for a second. I found the one job on planet Earth where you pay them. I was so excited to finally make money that I bought myself a minimum wage shift, supplied all on my own merchandise, and took on 100% of the risk. A financial advisor, if I could afford one, would have quietly started crying. And then there's the inventory. Now, you can't sell off an empty table, so I took my actual money, my real human savings, and converted all of it into cardboard I was pretty sure would move. Singles, sealed, I built a little wall of product, and I stood behind it like a man defending a sandcastle from the tide. And the costs do not stop there. Penny sleeves, top loafers, a card scanner app with, naturally, a monthly subscription, because everything in this hobby is secretly a subscription. A little display riser, a tablecloth, because, a bare folding table makes you look like you're selling cards you found in a gutter. And a folding chair, for the 8 hours of sitting that absolutely nobody warns you about. Because that's the part of vending that the videos never show. The sitting. Oh, so much sitting. Vending is 90% sitting behind a table being quietly ignored and 10% being actively insulted. It's a customer service job where you're the owner, the cashier, the security guard, and the guy who gets yelled at all at the same time. And, of course, you pay all 4 of those salaries out of one pocket, which is to say, you pay nothing. Because there's nothing in the pocket. There's a parking receipt and a granola bar. And the customers taught me things about the human species that I did not want to know. There's the toucher. Now the toucher picks up every single card in your case one at a time with the slow, loving care of a man diffusing a bomb. He asks the price of 4 of them, he winces at all 4 like you insulted his mother, and he buys absolutely nothing.
A few moments later.
He's there for the atmosphere. Then there's the expert. Now, the expert does not want to buy anything either, of course. The expert wants to stand at your table and explain to you, the seller, why your prices are wrong, why the market is about to collapse, and why he personally would never ever pay that. He's delivering a free financial consultation that you did not request and cannot escape, because technically he's a potential customer, and potential customers are the single most expensive people in the building. Will you do half? Half cash. Half cash today, right now. The card is $20. It's marked $20. You are physically looking at the 20, and somehow, in this exchange, I'm the unreasonable party. And then, around hour 4, a man walks up to my table with a binder. Hopeful, doing laps. And I open my mouth to make him an offer. And this is the exact moment it happened. The moment I lost the thing. Because I looked down at his binder, at his cards, his collection, the stuff he clearly loved, and I felt nothing. I did not see Pokémon. I saw inventory. I saw little barcodes. He had a hollow Gyarados in there, and my brain didn't go, "Oh cool, a Furious Sea Dragon." My brain went, "Ooh, TCG player low, minus 13%, minus my margin, offer him 4. I have loved these cards since I was a child, and somewhere around hour 4 of my first weekend behind a folding table, a switch flipped in my skull, and I lost the ability to see the cards at all. I could only see the prices. The exact thing that had made me happy my entire life now just made me appraise. And it gets worse, because the cards that did not sell just sat there, judging me. My beautiful wall of products slowly revealed itself to be a graveyard. I'd bought a stack of a modern set on Thursday that, thanks to one perfectly timed reprint rumour, was worth noticeably less by Sunday afternoon. So I got to sit there and watch my inventory quietly turn into a lesson, live, in real time, while the expert leaned over and explained to me why it was overpriced. I wasn't a collector anymore. I wasn't even a businessman. I was a museum curator for an exhibit nobody wanted to attend, charging admission to a gallery of my own bad decisions. And 2 tables down from me sat the lifer. Oh, you've seen the lifer. Older guy, been doing this for 30 years. Same long boxes, same calculator, held together with a strip of tape. He's not rich, he's not poor, he's not happy, he's not sad. He simply is. He's been set up at that table every single weekend since the Clinton administration, and he'll still be there long after the heat death of the sun. And I looked at him, and a cold little feeling ran straight down my spine, because I was looking directly at my own future. That's me, in 2055, still behind a folding table, still patiently explaining to a stranger why a near-mint Stantler is worth generously a firm handshake and a small visible amount of pity. The lifer is not a cautionary tale, the lifer is a prophecy. So, Sunday night, I packed it all up and I did the books. The real books. Table fee, gas, the supplies, the inventory that depreciated underneath me while I sat on it. And after 16 hours of labour, all of my capital and all of the risk, I had cleared a grand total profit of $11. $11, which, and this is the genuinely funny part, makes me one of the more successful vendors in that room, because most of them lost money. I won. I beat the game. I cleared 11 entire American dollars. But the money was never the real bill. The money was the part I could see coming. Because I got home and I wanted to unwind. So I did the thing I have done my whole life to feel better. I opened a booster pack just for me, for fun, like a human being. And I could not do it. I would pull a card, and instead of feeling a single thing, my brain would just quietly quote me a price. Ooh, gorgeous holographic rare. TCG player low minus fees. Beautiful full art of my actual favourite Pokémon. Oh, soft market, hold or dump. I was sitting on my own living room floor opening cards purely for fun, and my own brain refused to let me have any. That's the bill. That is what vending actually costs you, and it reveals the brutal little trade sitting at the dead centre of this entire hobby. The collector pays with his wallet, and he gets to keep the magic. He drives home broke and grinning, clutching a card he loves. The vendor keeps the wallet. He breaks even, maybe clears $11, and he pays for it with the magic. He pays with the one specific part of his brain that used to light up when the foil caught the light. And the magic does not come back in the mail. There's no refund window. There's no buyer protection on the exact thing that made you fall in love with this when you were 9 years old. So, I am not vending again, and it has genuinely nothing to do with the $11, I promise you. It's because I would like, at some point in my one remaining life, to be able to look at a Charizard and see a dragon again, instead of a chart. I am probably not going to pull it off. I think the cash register in my head might be permanent now. I think I am, very slightly, already the lifer. But I am going to try. And if you have ever, even one single time, looked at a card you loved as a kid and instinctively thought, I wonder what that's worth now, I have some upsetting news about where that road ends. It ends at a folding table in 2055 holding a Stantler. Go check your binder, then really try, to just look at it. I'll see you in the comments.